Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today we are checking out of the fish sheds in Rocky Harbor to catch our ferry tonight at 11 p.m. in Port Aux Basque. I did have to wash my visor this morning though, as it was getting a little distracting with the massive bug guts that had accumulated in my field of view. It was definitely sad to be checking out of the fish sheds, as this represented the closing of our time in Newfoundland and the ever-closing window of our vacation. Our time here in Newfoundland was truly magical. As we were leaving the fish sheds though, there was a lookout that we had never made it up to, so I made a spur-of-the-moment decision to go check it out, and it truly was a magnificent view. We then headed out of town. First, we stopped at the Sunset Cafe and had some breakfast and bought sweatshirts. I thought they had the nicest sweatshirts in town, and so far they have held up well. And since we have until 11 p.m. tonight, we are planning to take the scenic route down to Port Aux Basque. The first stop was Norris Point, which is located directly below Rocky Harbor. As we were headed out on the peninsula, we noticed this boat on land and stopped to get a picture and fly the drone. Down to the Bonnie Bay Marine Station, which is an aquarium. Unfortunately, when we got down there, it wasn't open, and so we turned around and headed back to Highway 430. On the way out of town, we found this little store which had a bakery attached to it. We were hoping to get some pastries, but they were not ready yet, so we carried on our way. On our way, we saw another moose. They are absolutely enormous animals. Our next planned detour was over to Mattis Point. It appeared that there was an old train trestle which we wanted to see, which seemed to be next to a main thoroughfare for ATV and UTV travel. We rode the ATV trail until it connected with the paved road. We then didn't really have anything else we wanted to see between Mattis Point and Port Aux Basque, so we just enjoyed the ride down to Port Aux Basque. When we got to Port Aux Basque, the visitor center was open, so we stopped in and talked with the people in the visitor center for a little bit and obtained some books for when we return next year. They are very nice and very informative if you're stopping by there when they are open. We then found a bakery on Google Maps and headed down there to get a snack. The name of the bakery was Hometown Bakery, which is in the same parking lot as a Robin's Donuts. We bought some amazing goodies from Hometown Bakery and then noticed that Robin's Donuts sells sandwiches, so we went and bought lunch. That way we were not eating a bunch of sugar on an empty stomach. After taking our time there, we decided to head down to the ferry terminal, after which we made it to the ferry terminal hut. She told us which lane to go to, so we headed there and then planned to go into the terminal to download all the videos and pictures onto the computer. This terminal is not nearly as cool as the Nova Scotia side. There were no tables, only airport waiting chair style seating, so we sat up in the corner for a while. We eventually got bored and we went out and walked around. As the sun was setting, it did start to cool off quite a bit, so we headed back inside. While we were there, we met another traveler which was riding what I recall was a 72 Moto Guzzi Eldorado. His name was Nick Adams, and he was an incredibly nice gentleman. We enjoyed our conversation with him and we wish him safe travels. Make sure to check out his channel.
Now I know what you're talking about when you said it sounds like a bag of nails.
We were eventually able to load onto the ferry, get the bike strapped down, and then head up to our room to drop off our stuff. We then went and explored around the ship a bit. The last time we got on the ferry, we were beat from riding the full length of Nova Scotia. Today we were more relaxed, so we still had a bit of energy. Well, thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe to see how the rest of the journey ends, and make sure to give the video a thumbs up to support the channel.